Hey guys, welcome back. So today on the channel, we're going to take a look at the S50 Lite from Ameta. This is one of those little mini drones. As you can see, it's 249 grams. So that means this is under the 250 gram limit, which requires a remote ID. So this does not require a remote ID or FAA registration here in the United States right now, which is really, really cool. Now it has a 4K camera, but it only shoots at 20 FPS if you shoot in 4K, though you can shoot in 2.7K at 30 FPS, which is what I'll be doing today to get a little bit better frame rate. Now it has brushless motors. That's a huge plus. You don't want brushed. Brushless give you more power and less vibrations in your video. But as you can see, it does not have a gimbal. It's just a tilt camera, but at least it appears to have dampening. So that's going to help out on vibrations, though it is not going to be a stabilized video. But then again, this drone is not super expensive. I think it's around $160 after coupon on Amazon. Now there's no like optical flow or anything on this as well. It's just GPS. For the battery, it's a 2S. It's a 2S. You won't be able to see it in the head cam here, but it's a 2S LiPo. It's 2,000 milliamp hour, and I believe they have a 1 and a 2 battery version. I have the 2 battery, and it comes with a USB-C charging cable for the drone. And you do get a nice little carrying case as well. I just didn't bring that out with me to try to make this video a bit shorter. So that pretty much covers the drone. Let me set it down here on the tarmac, and I'll get out the controller. Pretty basic, kind of toyish grade feeling. It looks like there is an antenna wire on this left antenna, so that's good. That will help out with the transmission signal from the controller. So this antenna here is real. This one's fake, but I'll put them both up for the video. You have the little handles that come down, and then your phone goes in here. And your USB-C charging for this as well is here on the bottom, so it does use a built-in LiPo, so you don't have to worry about putting any AA or AAA batteries in it. Your power button, this is your speed rates, this is your return to home, this is your auto takeoff, this is your video, your photos. To switch into ADI mode, which means turning the GPS off, which I wouldn't advise doing unless you just want to fly it around close sport, in a sport mode kind of. And this is a tilt angle for your camera. So let me get it connected. I'll do the compass calibration. The compass calibration, I believe, was both sticks up and in, I believe is what it was. But you can do it from the app as well. And then it was something like this to do the gyro calibration. You can also do that from within the app. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll get this bird up in the air, so just hold on one moment. Okay, we are connected to the app, as you guys can see on your screen. You have to go into your Wi-Fi, connect to the Ameta S50 drone. It comes up with that name in your Wi-Fi. Then you can open the app, which is called the Ameta drone app. I'll show you a screenshot of that. And that's the app that you're gonna use to fly this drone. Now, as you can see inside the app here, you've got your basic information. It looks like we do have 16 satellites and a full battery. Now on the left here, you have your little, this little symbol here that lets you select some things, and it says the drone needs to be flying. Underneath that 4 squares here is like circle fly, waypoints, some of your basic smart features. Off to the right though, you can see you've got photo, video mode, a panorama, and a time-lapse mode here. So some of these smart modes, I think once we take off, oh no, here it is, rocket mode, which is where the drone will shoot straight up in the air overhead, and far away, which is basically what a lot of people call the droney mode. I don't know why they included those off to the right. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know why they don't just put them all under the 4 squares. Now under the 3 dots, you got your beginner mode, which I turned off. That lets you set the max distance and altitude and return to home height, which I have maxed out. And then below that, you've got, let's see, find my drone. If you lose it, you can change between your metric and imperial. This is where I calibrated the gyro and the compass. I already did that. I'm not going to show that in the video. It's very simple. You just follow a diagram on the screen. I just doing it for the sake of time. And here it says allow takeoff in ADI mode. I have that off, so the drone won't take off unless you are in GPS lock. There's a drone password. I've not set that. I guess that's allows someone not to be able to connect to the drone with the app unless they know the password. I've never seen that before. Under the camera, you can see it's on 4K at 20. I'm going to change that to 2.7K at 30 FPS. You can change the photo resolution. We're not going to take photos today. Some other camera settings there, and your flight records and about the app. So let's just make sure that we are at 2.7 still, and we are. Let's just get back. Sometimes the app's a little flaky, and there we are on our video screen. Okay, first before we take off, let's start recording some video. Now I did not mention yet, and I should now, there is a TF card or micro SD card slot in this. It's behind, when you have to take the battery out of the drone, and it's in there, and I think you can take up to 128 gigs. I believe a 32 gig TF card in there now. You want to make sure you use that so you can record video. That's another good thing about this drone, is it doesn't record over the Wi-Fi feed, which provides a really low quality video. So let's go ahead and start recording video here. And now we're recording to the TF card. And then to unlock the props, we'll just do both sticks down and out. And now we can do an auto takeoff. There's the long press, there we go. It looks really stable. There's a little wind. Again, there's no optical flow on this at all. Very, very stable. That's really nice. I like that. We can tilt the camera. That's not too bad of a tilt. Now this is probably the slowest rate. Let's see how many rates we have. That's the highest rate. Little faster yaw. So we have 3 rates. It starts out in the middle rate. I'm going to keep it, I think, in the second rate. That ought to be sufficient, and that'll be a little better for filming. So what I like to do now is just kind of fly it out of the way. Since we don't have a gimbal to test, we'll just fly it out and test the return to home accuracy. So I'd like to fly it out over to the cemetery here. You can see we are getting some rocking on the video, which we expect, but you know, it doesn't look too bad on my FPV screen here. We'll just fly it out here towards the middle of the cemetery, and then we'll do a turn home. I can easily see the drone still and well within line of sight, especially with the backdrop of the cloud out there. We'll get up over here, over the middle, and then we'll do a return to home and see what that looks like. Let off and it kind of rocks. Now we can kind of tilt the gimbal down here, and then we'll tilt it back level. Let's press that return to home. Let's see if it initiates, and it's beeping, so it should turn around. And it is a bit of a weak Wi-Fi signal, so some of that was the orientation of the antenna. Because we're not very far out. We were only out, I don't know, it was probably 100 and maybe 200 feet. I didn't catch it there. It was around 150 to 200 feet. Here's the drone. It's going to return to the same position it was facing at takeoff. Let's see how close it is to landing on the helipad or tarmac or whatever you want to call it. I don't expect it to be perfect. It doesn't have any visual aid assistance like a DJI drone, but I can tell you it's going to be pretty darn close. This drone flies really, really well. It's a shame it doesn't have a gimbal, but again, at this cost, it's not that unexpected. Not bad, not bad. We're off by a couple of feet. That's nothing for just GPS. Okay, let's. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video, and we'll start recording some more. But some of the smart features like the Droney, it's gonna record video on its own, so we want to make sure we stop recording before we film that. Let's go ahead and start recording some video. And if I just do both sticks down and out, I can do a manual takeoff. Just give it throttle. Takes off a little quicker if I have it all the way up. It flies nice though. I'm really impressed with how nice this drone flies, and it's super stable. Like I said, it's a shame it doesn't have a gimbal, because then I think this drone would be amazing with a gimbal. I think that they may have some pro version or something out now, Ameta. So I think they offered that to me. And if so, that one, I was thinking that one probably has a gimbal. So we have some of the smart modes here. Now, as you guys can see, waypoints, we're not going to test that. We don't have time. We can do a GPS follow and a circle fly. Let's take it up higher. I'm sure we need to be up higher to do circle mode. Let's try the circle fly here. And just it says, you can set the radius. We'll leave it at 10 meters. And hit confirm, and there it goes. It should just start going in a circle, and it is. It's doing an okay job. Once it gets to its spot, it's doing a nice circle. Yeah, that's actually really nice. So you just kind of get over the object that you wanted to film. Now I could put the the camera down, and here I am. And let's see, we can just press the cancel to stop that. Okay. It still shows we have a ton of battery. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. And we got the GPS follow. Let's see, that's gonna follow my phone. I don't have a ton of room here to test that, but we'll bring it over here. And let's see here if we can try that mode out. Let's try the GPS follow and just press confirm, and let's see if it, whoa! Is it gonna go on this side maybe? Let's see if I gotta turn, is it gonna turn around? Yeah, I think it is. Let's see. You're not gonna see me in the video. I'm gonna turn it towards me and then put it down here. Let's see, turn it towards me. Now you guys can see me. It's kind of like trying to adjust. See, it keeps changing. It is moving with me, but if I try to put it, the yaw and center on me, I have a little trouble at times. It keeps yawing itself. And now that I give it inputs, I think it stopped. Let's try it again. Let's see, is it gonna follow me? Oh. Let's get closer again. GPS follow doesn't seem to be too great. I've had a hard time keeping it centered on me. It was working initially, but now it's not doing so much. Here, let's try it one more time. I don't know. I'm doing that yaw movement there. Well, GPS follow, that's a feature a lot of people are not going to use a lot, but that seems flaky. It definitely was working initially, but and I was able to give it inputs and it didn't cancel it, but right there it just seemed like it kind of canceled itself. And I couldn't get it back into the mode again. I don't know. Again, that's a mode I've almost never used, but there's certainly instances where you'd want that. But really, for a GPS follow, you really want a drone that's got a gimbal on it so you can get some decent footage, because you're not going to really use GPS follow for photos. Now we can test out those other features. Man, it still says we have a full battery, which seems hard to believe. So I think I'm going to stop recording video now. Now we could, I said we were going to take a photo, but let's do that since we have plenty of battery. Because this drone is going to be better for photos, I think, because of the lack of a stabilized gimbal. Let's just take one out this way, not towards the cemetery. Now let's just take a photo off this way so you guys can see. And that'll be saved to the SD card. Now let's bring it back down here. We're just going to try, we're not going to do all these modes today, but I'll try the droney and the rocket mode. And I'm not going to probably get around to the time lapse, but like I said, so far the only thing I've had a problem with is that follow me mode didn't work great. So let's go to it's a little hard at times to get it to scroll through all the options here on the side piece. There we go, time lapse. Let's try the rocket mode. I'm going to put the gimbal straight down because I don't think it's going to automatically do that. But we'll have to see. I forgot to look in instructions if it's going to auto record the rocket mode. Let's see here. Yeah, and it is. And here it should start to take off. Is it going to go? Well, it's not doing anything. Let's go ahead and press stop again. So let's try that rocket mode again. About to form rocket mode. Let's see, is it gonna go? Now it is working. It's very slow, but it is working. I wonder if maybe I was too close to the ground, but it should have told me that it wasn't gonna work, but it's definitely working now. That's good. Not sure why it didn't work the first time. It just kept hovering there the first time. And now it stopped, so let's see, will it return to its position? Some drones will come down and return to where it started, and some will just stay there. I'm gonna bring it down. I don't think it looked like it was gonna return. It's not a big deal. Just some will fly back and hover where it took off from, and some will just hover. And let's go to try that far away, that droney mode here. We'll do it over this way and just get out of the way, make sure we go over these trees. And let's try that far away. And there we're doing a droney shot. Not too bad. The drone's a little tilted there. I didn't quite have it straight. And then it stopped. And it looks like it says it's still recording video though. It's kind of has a timer on it. It doesn't look like it's flying back, it's just hovering now. I'm gonna bring it back. Again, if any of the video doesn't record on these automated modes, I have a screen recording going so you guys can still see. It just won't be as good a quality as the TF card recording. See, it still has start, but it has a timer going. It's weird. Here, it's gonna go again. Now it stopped recording after it. See, I think something's weird with it. I'm gonna try to bring it back. Like it started, and see it's still trying to fly. I need to take it up so I don't hit the tree. It's like it was doing the mode. That was weird. It did the droney and then it just like, instead of stopping recording, it just kept timing and it stopped. So these automated modes definitely are flaky. Let's try that again on that droney mode since we have about a half a battery. Let's try that again and see, do we get any video recorded to the SD card. So there it goes. And you can see the timer, but it's like now see the start symbol comes back up when it gets to its end point. But I had to like press the button again, then it acted like it was saving the video. But now it's starting up the mode again, and I think it's gonna go farther, see? So yeah, that mode does not work right. It doesn't end. Now, maybe it recorded the video, but it's not actually ending correctly. All right, so I'm not real impressed with these smart features. It could be an app issue. I know this app has not been out too long. I think it came out in July when this drone came out. Maybe they need to make some changes to it, but I did just download it yesterday. So I know that this is the newest version of the app. But basically, the rocket mode worked one time, didn't the first time. The droney mode or flyaway, it doesn't, when it stops, it does not want to tell you it's finished with the mode. So again, it might be recording the video. I have no way of knowing right now while I'm filming. But when you press the button again, like start, then it makes this little progression meter. It starts again, you know, which is fine. But it's not, the timer keeps going is basically why I'm confused. Why doesn't the timer stop underneath the recording? So maybe this, you know, the reappearing of the start button is probably fine. That means that it's got to the end of the droney. But why does the timer keep going? So again, it could all work fine once I look at the SD card, but why does that timer keep going on the app? But overall, I'm not super impressed with these automated modes on this drone. The circle fly was the only one that seemed flawless. Of course, that's a, you know, a very basic GPS drone feature. I'm just going to go ahead and manually land this drone now. All right, manually landed it on the helipad. All right. So guys, I don't know. I mean, this thing flies fantastic in terms of just manually flying around in GPS mode. So I do really like the way this drone flies. Circle fly worked great. Return to home was perfect. So your basic features of those two are spot on. Follow me mode was kind of hit and miss at the beginning, but I had trouble centering on me. Just to recap everything, rocket mode didn't work the first time, but it did the second time. But the droning mode was odd. Again, it may have worked. I'd have no way of knowing here. You guys would obviously know by now since I've already edited the video that you're watching. But again, the timer keeps going and it acts like it's like it's still doing the droning mode, which is weird. But and the start button reappears. So I think that, the start button reappears telling you can do the droning again. I just don't know where the timer keeps going, like, why doesn't it stop? So again, I just don't know if it recorded the video. I'm gonna assume that it did. So overall, not a bad little drone, especially for around $150, $160. If you're interested in this, you can pick it up on Amazon. I'll include a purchase link to the drone, because I think it is definitely worth considering, because it worked really well for a lot of things, and I think that's worth checking out for this drone. So I'll have a purchase link down in the video description and a pinned comment for this drone. If you are new to the channel, you like drones, RC cars, RC boats, even sometimes real car stuff and tech stuff, whole hodgepodge of stuff, please consider subscribing to the channel. While you're at it, click the bell so you're notified every time I upload new videos. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.